Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Shawn's Riff Time Machine. Welcome to my show where we time machine back in time about riffs. This week I want to talk about Iron Maiden again. It's my show. It's okay to have duplicates. Probably my favorite track from Iron Maiden ever is the song Deja Vu that comes from Somewhere in Time. It's kind of an obscure track. I don't know that it gets any love, really. But Somewhere in Time is the album that comes after Power Slave. We're talking 1996. Their sixth album after World Slavery Tour, this massive behemoth of an album and a tour. Iron Maiden changed it up a little bit. They lost some fans probably because of this. In 1986, I was 2 years old, so it's not like I was enjoying this when it happened. But after the fact, I really appreciate the synth elements that they started to incorporate in Somewhere in Time, and especially in the next album, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Those two are my favorite Iron Maiden records. Pinnacle Iron Maiden for me. Absolutely love them. And this song specifically, like I don't even know exactly why I was so drawn to it, but the beginning of it starts off with this nice little windy instrumental stuff with some basic lead over it, some bendy notes, and then it hits pretty hard. Nico comes in with this, I always call it the Deja Vu beat. It's a thrash beat or polka beat that goes... And it's very common in thrash metal, heavy metal in general, but I feel like when I was younger and Brett and I were demoing songs and stuff like that, this is the song that we always kind of referred to. Hey, let's put a Deja Vu beat in there, you know. That's what we would call it. It's like fundamental heavy metal drumming, but that was something that I thought was really cool, really impressed me. I think I got this album probably pirated. I talked about it in a different episode where my first real exposure to Iron Maiden was the Best of the Beast Greatest Hits, which does a bunch of the first round of Bruce Dickinson up through Blaze Bayley. And I don't think it had anything from Paul Di'Anno on it. I'll have to check, actually. But yeah, from there I just wanted to get as much as I could, and I'm pretty sure the copy of Somewhere in Time that I have came from my neighbor Corey, who was kind enough to get it for me. Probably through nefarious means, but I played the crud out of this album, and it's got some really standout tracks. You know, Caught Somewhere in Time and Wasted Years. A lot of people know those, but The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner and Alexander the Great. There's some really, really cool music on this CD, and I think some underrated stuff. So this song specifically, super underrated. It's different. It's got a little bit of synth stuff going on in the background, which I think Iron Maiden did really well. They didn't flood the music with synth. It just sort of sat in the background. And, yeah, it was the 80s. You couldn't avoid the influence, I guess. It also doesn't really have a guitar solo, a typical Iron Maiden solo section or a trade-off section. There's a part in the song where, I guess you could call it the solo section, but it's really melodic, fits in with the song, with the established melodies and things that are already there. And it's just different than a typical Iron Maiden song. But I love the chorus and everything about this. Beautiful harmonizations, typical Iron Maiden stuff. This song is killer. It's really, really good. So I'm going to play past the little swirly intro where the music really kicks in for the first little bit. Go spend a few minutes listening to this song. It's not a very common Iron Maiden song, so you're welcome. Enjoy Deja Vu. Alright, I gotta watch for my cue here. Tasty jam, y'all. Tasty.